Previously on Gunslinger's Gateway. After clearing the prison and the town, the party scouted around and rubbed elbows with the citizens of the Beaconeers' tent city at the mouth of the Seepridge mines. Druzy's charming conversation with Liz, one of the Beaconeers, resulted in some interesting information and a potentially advantageous relationship. But now that they've finally found the Beaconeers, where is Silas Garner? And exactly what business does Lord Balthasar Longfellow have with Gilbert Sullivan?
Well, Mr. Sullivan, thank you for giving me this stone. I've been searching for it for a long time.
In response to that, I'd have to say that my friends would have a lot to say about that, you taking it from me.
Nazar busts into the tent with his great axe. Ready to fucking kill.
Hold on. How loud do you say that?
Enough to hopefully that whoever's around the tent would hear it.
I need everybody that's in the mess hall, because that's over 40 feet away. Anyone who wants to make a perception check with disadvantage.
It's a 9.
I also got a 9.
I got a 12.
Gilbert, as you raise your voice very loudly,
Yeah.
They both look at you like, was that an alarm?
No.
Oh, this is...
We're so close.
Is the medical tent like closer to
We're so close.
his tent?
You still make it with disadvantage.
16.
Oh!
Oh shit! A 20 and a 1.
Oh.
Druzy has lost the ability to hear.
None of you hear this.
I'm just fucking deaf now.
None.
I'm gonna take a picture of this.
I'm just going to quickly pick up my drink and just... Woo boy!
Oh, don't rush. Take your time. Have another if you like. But what's going to happen here is I'm going to take this stone from you. Pinson and Clean are going to escort you to the mines, and you will be tossed, much like your dear friend Garner, down into the bowels of the mine.
I'm going to put my drink down very, very slightly. I'm going to say, Lord High and Mighty, I don't reckon that you were a prisoner here.
No.
There's two things I think you need to remember when it comes to dealing with convicts. One of them is that, given the taste of freedom, they will never go back to hard labor. And the second thing is I don't think you appreciate the power of a good prison riot.
Oh, yes. And you in what cell block?
Well, me and I ran with a chain gang back in my jail times. And I think... Is there an open flame nearby?
There is some candlelight. There's no tent there's no flames in tent. It's like lantern light.
Are they oil lamps?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my bottle that I keep on me,
Okay.
try to throw it
Okay.
Burn it.
Okay.
at the lamp, and at the same time I'm gonna shout it at the top of my lungs. Riot.
Okay, so I'm not gonna allow them to do another perception check.
That's fine.
Because that's
They failed.
piggyback. Yeah, they failed already.
That's fine.
And it was an overwhelming failure.
Correct.
It was overwhelming. The DC was high. I will allow you to roll to hit 1. is only once, because you are... Longfellow is here. Clean is right behind you,
Yep.
and the dog is right on the other side
I'm
of you.
along, right? Yeah.
One hit. As you take the bottle out of your hand, and you just go, riot! And you throw it, and it hits the bedpost, and just splatters all across the bed, and Balthasar, goes like this, looks. I had those imported from Ashabash. Clean. And so he clean grabs both your wrists and puts them behind you, putting manacles on you.
Mm-hmm.
And then you hear, and the dog follows on the other side as he pushes you out. And he goes, thank you again, Mr. Sullivan. I do hope, say hello to Silas for me if he's still alive.
I'm just gonna spit.
You are pushed out of the tent with this dog and Clean on either side of you.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell that there are people coming out of it. One person comes out of the tent here
Mm-hmm.
as you are being escorted out of the tent. So the rest of you, who are just sitting doing nothing,
Thank you.
Oh, the Druzy outside the medical tent. You kissed a lady today.
I did. He's here somewhere.
But she's one of the...
okay.
I would hate for anything to happen that would put you in direct conflict with the nice cowboy lady you kissed today.
I mean, I'm not really looking for anything long-term or serious since we are sort of on the run.
You are taken across the yard and being walked towards the mines you know oh so well. As you get, as people kind of come out and people start seeing that you are being escorted in handcuffs, people are kind of turning attention, and the rest of you notice as by the time he gets to the front gates and they're starting down the slope to the mines, that's when you notice that Gil has been captured.
Okay.
Well, fuck.
I'm gonna turn to Nazar. Once I notice this, I'm gonna say, what's the plan?
Oh, fuck. We get to do prison
How
break.
far away is Gilbert from where we are?
30 feet away.
30? I can get to him. How many other people are around?
You see a mechanical hound, a human male, and another human male closer to Balthasar's tent.
If you go for the dog,
And
I will go for the man.
And there's several other people around.
We can't just let him go.
No, I'm
He's gonna be in the mine, and then we gotta finagle our way in. What if we start
Yeah.
fighting now? We're gonna have to fight a bunch of people.
Is there anything I can say?
gonna say, do you want to follow Gil and I'll go after Longfellow?
I mean, you're just being escorted.
Yeah. I want to try to call out to any of the prisoners.
Go ahead.
As I'm being escorted, I want to say, you see what they're doing here? One now free man back in chains. Any of y'all who knew me before, best know that I didn't cause any trouble with you all. Maybe a little scrap here and there, but I need you now. They're doing something here that ain't right.
I elbow Moonshadow and I go, boo! Free him! Boo!
Make a persuasion check with advantage if Nazar and Moonshadow are helping.
Are you helping?
Oh. That's pretty decent.
I'm helping.
It's 16.
You see a couple people sit up and kind of give dirty looks, and they're like, hey, yeah, what the fuck, man? And, but nobody is readily jumping to your aid. There's
I will readily jump to his aid. I'll say, let's go, and I will run. I'm gonna take my 30 feet of movement, and I'm gonna try to push down what's-his face.
Push him. Are you
I'm
pushing?
gonna push him. I'm gonna push him. I'm gonna try to push him down. I wanna knock him prone.
I get to do that with advantage.
Is that strength?
Yeah.
Yep.
What's my strength? I'm a strong boy.
Me too.
That's an 18.
So you come up to just shove him, and he manages just to put his arm up and push you back, and it seems like the tension of both of your weight meets in a stalemate, and he looks at you and he goes, I wouldn't do that if I were you again.
I would let him go then.
He's just going in the mines.
I want to grab Gilbert by the back of the shirt and try to pull him towards me. We're playing tug of war.
Okay.
I'm gonna do something happening just as a point of order.
Okay.
Play out in a little bit.
Okay, roll, Sarah.
What am I rolling?
Strength check.
17.
He manages to pull Gilbert back further and put himself between him and you. I will say it one last time. Stop, or I will have you put into the mines with him.
I laugh and I say, I'd like to see you try, and I want to try to push him down again.
Nope, well, that you will have to wait now, because that's going to start entering combat. So...
Okay, well, I'm ready to fight.
Okay, Moonshadow, what did you want to do?
I wanted to make I wanted to go to Longfellow's tent. While, right when Nazar started bolting, I wanted to make a beeline for Longfellow's tent.
Are you doing it stealthily, or...
Yeah!
Okay, roll stealth check.
24.
24?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Have we've noticed this too, right?
You're
Specifically, Nazar assaulting Clean.
Yes.
Okay.
Moonshadow, you make it to the tent.
It's just him in here?
Are you going in?
Yeah.
It's...
Can I roll a perception to notice Moonshadow?
Sure. Once you do that...
No.
You don't notice. Okay. Everyone needs to roll initiative. 20 to 25. Nobody?
Oh.
15 to 20.
17.
15 for Loch.
10 to 15.
I got it to 10.
5 to 10.
7.
I got a 6.
First up is Lord Balthasar. Moonshadow, as soon as you enter the tent, you see a half-orc man loading a gun, and it seems that he is pulled on. You can see that he's wearing very fine clothes, but there are long leather gloves that go up to his like biceps, that go over his sleeves that he's put on. He seems to be talking to himself under his breath. Okay, that's his turn. He doesn't notice you're there, so... Roots, you're in the mess hall.
I'm where?
You're in the mess hall, but you can see everything that's happening.
Is there anybody close to me?
The little powwow of what's the dog, Clean, Gilbert, and Nazar. You can get to that one, and you can see a guy heading towards Balthasar's tent. But he's pretty far away yet.
Okay.
From you.
I'll go up to the little clumping.
Okay.
And I'll attack the dude there. No, I won't attack him, but I can't do that, can I?
Who are you going after?
The guy there.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna turn into a black bear though. I can do that.
Do it!
Oh, fuck yeah!
And then I guess I'm gonna attack him then.
You can certainly try.
I'm gonna do my multi-attack because that's the thing black bears do. A 12 to hit.
Nope.
And then my claws. That's 21 to hit.
That hits.
5 slashing damage.
Okay. Lochran.
I want to use my full movement, so my 30 feet, to get like within 10 feet of them. And then I want to use thaumaturgy, like full on, like Gandalf in front of the Balrog.
Yeah.
Specifically at Nazar and this bear, I guess.
This bear.
How dare you defy the will of the Lord? He who has given some of us our freedom and others of us purpose. If this man is to be sent to the mines, he is to be sent to the mines. And that is what we accept as the will of our leader. And I don't know how I would do this. Get Nazar to, like, and the bear, I guess, to back off so we can regroup and deal with this without fighting the entire camp.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
And I need the bear and Nazar to make persuasion checks as well.
Luck be a lady.
8.
16.
I got a 5.
Okay. They're not convinced. The bear
What an
especially
asshole
so.
to yell at us as we're trying to prison riot.
Although
Non-prison riot.
Nazar and Bear, you do know what he's trying to say. You get the meaning behind what he's saying. So it's not like it's fallen on deaf ears, but you can decide with that what information to do as you wish.
And then as a bonus action, I cast Sanctuary on myself.
Okay, so this one comes to the tent. This one takes aim. Roots, I need you to make a strength check.
A dirty 20.
So right now you have a half-elf woman and a human woman grabbing onto the scruff of your neck, the fur, and just trying to pull you, but they're not. I mean, you're a bear, for God's sake. So you're like, as you have two people trying to pull you away from the fight. Moonshadow.
Okay. It's just me and Longfellow in this tent, right?
Correct. Right now, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna say, so, you are, Lord Longfellow, yes? The leader of the Beaconeers.
He turns to you and he's like, yes. And you are, as he pulls back the hammer on his gun. And you are who?
I am Moonshadow, Emta. Maybe you have heard of me.
Moonshadow of Emta. Oh, are you the cub of the rulers there?
Yes.
Nice to meet you. If by any chance, are you with Mr. Sullivan?
Oh.
Make a deception check.
It's a dirty 20.
Princess Moonshadow, is it?
You don't have to call me princess.
Well, from one noble to another, it's an honor to meet you.
An honor to meet you as well.
I'm Lord Balthasar Longfellow.
Especially when the crow flies at night. Yes.
Gilbert, it's your turn.
Oh. So I'm manacled,
Mm-hmm.
so I can't really make a fist attack.
Correct.
I'd like to try to break away from whoever's holding me.
I have a question, actually. Is he being held, or is Gilbert behind him and the guy's facing me?
He's holding him right now.
Okay.
He's holding the chains, but he has pulled Gilbert to his side.
Yeah, I want to get out of that.
You try to run and he pulls you back and into the dog.
I guess as a bonus action, I'd like to kick.
You try to kick it, but and it tries to clamp onto your foot, but it misses.
I'm just gonna roll my eyes and sigh.
Nazar, what is your dexterity?
I have an 8.
Okay, so Clean is going first. Nazar, make a wisdom saving throw.
That's a nasty, ugly, disgusting 20.
You succeed.
Yeah.
We're going to push you this way towards the mine. You get an attack of opportunity, Nazar.
Dope. I'm gonna try to get him with my big fat boy axe. That is a... What is my axe? That's a dirty, ugly 20 to hit.
So he's gonna shield as a reaction and deflect that hit, and he's going to continue towards the entrance of the mines, pushing Gil with him with the dog. He is 30 feet away.
Is Gilbert next to him or in front of him?
In front of him. As he's being shuffled down.
I'm gonna enter a rage. Let's roll a d8 and see what happens. Ooh, a 5. That's a new one. That's lame. Plant life temporarily grows around you until your rage ends. The ground within 10 feet of you is difficult terrain, so plants just continually grow around me, and people are tripping on my plant. Dope. I am going to move, which is I take half action or half speed in difficult terrain, right?
Yeah.
So I'll end my turn with my 15 feet of movement.
Okay. Druzy.
I'm gonna point at Nazar and use message to whisper in Nazar's brain. Maybe it would be easier to bring him out of the mine than to fight the entire camp at once.
I'll respond and say, either we fight the camp up here or we fight everyone down there. Pick your battle.
Okay, so that's my action. And I'm just gonna stay where I am outside the med tent.
Moonshadow, as you're having this conversation with Balthasar, another man enters the tent with a dagger ready. He goes, Lord Balthasar, there are people here. They're making a ruckus. What should we do? And he just kind of looks at him and he goes, take them all to the mine. I don't care how you do it. Just do it. I'm having a talk right now. And he just kind of goes, right, sir. And he ducks back out of the tent. Back to the top with Balthasar. So, what did you just say to me?
When the crow flies at night, I think was the proper phrasing before we were interrupted.
I have not dealt in the wolf's den for quite some time. But I believe who you're looking for to answer that call is down in the mines.
Okay. Thank you very much.
I know you're affiliated with somebody here. If that be Ghana, then what is your plan here?
I'm just here to make friends. Or allies. Whatever term you want to use.
Allies with Emta. That seems dynamic, somewhat untrustable, but interesting nonetheless. You have a powerful standing army.
That we do, and we would like to make it stronger.
Please have a seat. I'd like to have this discussion with you more.
And I'll sit down.
Okay. Roots! Bear Roots! You have 2 people on you now.
I guess I'll use my multi-attack and try to bite one.
Oh.
And then claw the other. It's 12 for the bite.
That does not hit.
20 for the claw.
That does hit.
That's 7 slashing damage.
Ooh. You just full on just turn around as this person just tries to grip on your hair and you go, oh, and just slash across the chest of this half-elven woman.
Okay.
And it's kind of in that moment, you realize that she has a darker complexion to her. Lochran.
I'm gonna delay my turn.
Roots, does a 16 hit you?
Yes.
Dealing 5 slashing damage as you feel a dagger go between your shoulder blades. As this half elven woman just drives a dagger into your back. Liz tries to do the same thing, but misses as she's still trying to hold on to you. Moonshadow.
Okay. So I just sat down.
Yeah.
Can I try and see anything that's on his desk as we're talking?
Yeah, make a perception check.
17.
You see a lot of survey maps, like land survey maps. You recognize one of them to be a copy of the one that was in the wall in Tanbutte as well. And there seems to be several, like, topographical survey maps of many SHS towns, along with a couple journals, an inkwell, and a pen, and stuff like that.
I'm gonna ask him, so the Beaconeers are affiliated with magic, yes?
Of a sort, yes. We, tend to believe in the melding of magic and technology.
Very interesting.
Like my gun here, or perhaps my dog.
You have a dog?
Yes, his name is Pincer.
Ah, yes. Okay. What makes your gun different? Will you demonstrate or show me how it is different?
I would be happy to oblige. If you would care to follow me out to the yard, maybe I can calm this mess down out there using it.
Shoot me down and kill me.
So I'll say on his, unless you want to use it on your turn as movement, to let him travel with, would you be okay with that?
Yeah, I'd be okay with doing it on my turn.
Okay, so it is your turn, so he's gonna come outside of the tent with you. You guys, that's your guys' turn. Gilbert.
I guess I'll spend a moxie point to brace up.
Do it.
Get some extra health. And then I guess I'll try to make an attack.
Clean or the dog?
Clean.
Okay.
10.
Nope. Yeah. Okay, he is going to push you guys past the red dragon and the half-orc man that were guarding, and he's going to take you further into the mines. Nazar, it is your turn.
Well, they're gone.
You can see them, but they're going into the mine now. And you have...
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna be able to get to them with my movement right now. It's not possible.
What can I have?
How far is Roots from me? 15 feet from where I moved?
Yep.
I'm gonna go back there and I'm gonna try to hit Liz with my big boy axe.
Not my cowboy girlfriend.
Yeah, no, not your cowboy girlfriend, because that's a 10 to hit.
Yeah, that doesn't hit.
Yeah, no.
Druzy.
As my action, I'm gonna message Nazar again. And in my most mom tone, I'm going to say, Nazar, put your weapons away. He's gone, and we can do more if we're not being hostile.
Can I see, Longfellow?
Yeah. He's
I'm
standing...
gonna message back and say, but the big one is here. He's out, so you better come on.
I would like everyone in that radius to make a charisma saving throw. That includes Ruth and Nazar.
That's a 9.
Root's got a 2.
What is the DC?
15.
Balthasar, Clean, and Liz all make it. The rest of them fail.
Allison, isn't Clean in the mine?
Oh shit! Yeah, sorry. So Tals makes it. So sorry.
Okay. I didn't know who all was in the radius. Okay, so anyone who failed, you are now indifferent toward the creatures that you were previously hostile toward because I calmed your emotions.
Fuck.
So you have to stop fighting now.
Does that mean I exit my rage?
Technically,
I
a rage
think
will end.
so.
A rage will end if you calm emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna move a little closer to the group of people, but not like into the group of people. Just close enough for them to hear me when I say, please stop fighting.
One man is gonna come out further, looking at the situation. What the hell is going on? We need to... Why is there a bear here? Back to top with Balthasar. And he was raising his gun up and he goes, oh. Well, he succeeded, but seeing that the situation is, well, I'm sorry, princess. I won't be able to show you my handiwork at this moment in time.
That is too bad.
Well, this is a very odd situation. Do you know these folks?
Who are you referring to?
This riffraff.
I might have seen them in passing.
I just find it very coincidental that you happened into my tent and all this commotion starts in my camp. Now, I'm not trying to point fingers, but I feel like you have more affiliation with them than you would let on.
Being a princess and having to move discreetly through the world, it helps to have people from different walks of life to get you places. Some of my entourage are very loyal and very testy at times. I apologize for their actions that they have taken here tonight.
I kindly suggest that you take your entourage elsewhere. I do look forward to having a prosperous relationship with you at some point, but there's too much chaos at the moment, and I do not have the temperament to deal with it at the moment.
I completely understand.
Roots!
Well, I'm calm now. Take a few steps back, maybe try to, get them off of me.
Okay, you managed to be like... The two women on you are going to step back. Moonshadow.
Can I do a quick look to see if all of my people are there?
Everyone except Gilbert.
I'm gonna turn to Longfellow and say, one of my group is missing. Actually, two of my group are missing. Would I be able to get them back?
Depends on who they are.
The one that I used, Silas, I think was his name. We talked about him earlier in your tent. And then a shorter fellow, his name I think is Shotgun or Gil.
Ah,
Yeah.
so the one you just told me you had no affiliation with. You
I
know
think
what,
that's what.
Princess? I will gladly oblige. Take yourself and your crew to my mines, and do not come back.
That does not work for me.
I don't care. And
I'm gonna pull my sword.
as you're doing that, he puts his gun to your head.
Okay, but did Moonshadow roll a charisma check against calm emotions?
Did she? Because she was supposed to.
Longfellow had to, so did Moonshadow.
Moonshadow, did you?
I did not.
We were
I
in.
did not know that I had to.
Yep.
I failed it. Never mind.
Okay, so you're not hostile toward him, you're indifferent.
Please kindly make your way to my mines. And he gestures his gun to all of you. Go to my mines, now. You're in the middle of the fray. You're in the middle of the open area.
The good doctor doth not protest.
I'll say it. It's my fault. Not bad.
As you guys are escorted by the higher-ups of the Beaconeers, with Longfellow trudging at the back with his gun drawn, you are all ushered past the half-orc and Dragonborn.
Ooh, as we go past the Dragonborn in Draconic, I'm gonna mutter to him, I wanna say, your authorities are twisted. Nothing here seems to make sense.
I do not disagree, but I have been offered much wealth and safety.
And I say back, I will always choose my honor.
Ooh.
Because Dragonborn care a lot about honor. It's really important.
As you guys are ushered past these people, she grabs your arm and it makes it look like she's gonna push you get rough with you, and she gets close to your face as she kind of like holds you to the side, like looking like she's putting you in line. Be careful down there. Beware of the spiders. And then she slips you something into, she touches your chest.
Okay.
It slips something into your chest.
Shoot.
And then she throws you back into the group really rough.
Okay, alright, I'm into it.
You come down the ramp, and you can hear and see. It's later at night now, and you can see that there are still people working in these mines, and you kind of get faint glimpses as you're being walked down a tunnel, or walked down like this cyclical ramp kind of thing, going down into a pit, like a very deep, dark pit, that there are people in offshoots in the mines working. You see at a glimpse coming down that there is some children in the first room, and you go down further, and you keep going down. You know this to be the third level of the mines. As you're being brought to the edge of this pit, you know that no one went further down than the third level, and you can see that there is like an alarm bell that was used to alert about prisoners and stuff down here on the edge, and there are tons of sharpened spikes, like wooden and metal spikes, over the mouth, which is new, and that there are like ropes going down into the dark. This area is not lit at all. And you guys are brought to the edge of the lip, and Balthasar comes up behind you, and he says, "Kindly please step towards the ledge."
How long does calm emotions last?
10 minutes.
10 minutes, so you're still under it.
It's concentration, though.
Well, she's not been hurt.
Yeah, I haven't taken any
So
damage.
it's up to you.
No, it's gonna last the whole time. I don't want any fights breaking out.
No funny business.
I'm trying to keep everybody just chill.
It's up to 1 minute.
Oh, 1 minute?
Yeah. Unless that's something that Druzy has as a...
No, I think it's whatever calm emotions the spell is. But, I mean, that would have gotten us into the mine, so...
Yeah, it would have gotten you down to the mines until about halfway. You'd be probably coming out of it now.
Okay.
Lochran.
How vision, how far down can I see? Can I see a bottom?
No, not from where you're at. You don't see an end. As you guys are standing there, the other members come up and they begin to tie you.
What would you set? So, this is basically Loch's worst nightmare, like being thrown back into like on the underground. What would you set the DC of a panic attack saving throw?
I wouldn't tell you, but you can make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Okay, I got a 15. I just rolled.
I would say that you begin the pressure in your chest, like feel the pressure in your chest constrict, and you can feel the palms of your hands start to go clammy and cold. And then the half-elf woman behind you tightens the rope more, and a couple of the other people, the thugs that came up from the top, have started helping them tie you up.
Where's Balthasar in relationship to me?
He's standing a good amount of ways from you. He's not right up there with you guys. It's more of his lackeys are doing the work. Well,
Are they wrapping it around our midsection, or our arms
your
being
mid
tied as well?
it's your midsection.
Is Roots still a bear?
Yeah, still am. I haven't changed back. How do they tie up a bear?
They sure are trying.
Becky tied up a bear.
Like all time.
Tell Siphonis I say hello, and then his people kick you into the hole. Bear, you've been hogtied.
Damn.
And you're hanging upside down, and you all go into the dark and go with that, like a bungee jump that doesn't have any give, and you go, and you can feel like parts of you crack as you go over, and you all are just dangling in the dark. It's cold and like moist, as if you're in a deep, dark cave, and the air is a little bit thicker here. Those of you who do not have dark vision, it is pitch black. And you are just hanging in the air.
Lachlan!
Yeah. Yes.
What do you see?
What do I see with my elf eyes?
I can see as well.
So, you can see very faintly at the cusp of, 60 feet, both of you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see the ground. It's
Oh.
dim, but you can see the ground below you. It's probably about 35, almost 40 feet.
Okay.
It'd be a hell of a drop.
Did they take our stuff?
No.
Oh, okay. So they think
okay.
whatever's down here is going to fully kill us.
So you said that our wrists are bound, right?
Your whole body is tied.
So we're like,
Okay, can I start using my claws to kind of try and
So
my way out?
So what it's like is like this. Your hands are all the way to your sides, so it's kind of like,
Am I still manacled?
No. They unmanacled you. once they
So
tied you.
I tell the group that, we're about 40 feet from the ground. Can anyone fly? Looks at the bear.
Also, my hand axes are on my hips.
Okay.
Is there a way for me to...
No, they're sheathed.
Fuck. Yeah.
Rick turns back into a moth person.
And you start to fall.
And what?
And you start to fall.
Well, I can fly.
Okay,
so
well.
I hover next to my friends. And I ask, how are we going to get ourselves out of this one, partners?
Roots, do you have rope? Or one of us has rope,
I
right?
have 150 feet of rope.
Jesus Christ.
In 50 rope increments,
I
but I have
have
150
70
in rope.
kilometers of rope.
Yeah, so I would, Roots, if you can get to 50, grab 50 feet of rope out of mine or Nazar's pack, tie it above where one of us, tie it to your rope, and then we can, pass it along, so that way, you can untie us or cut us loose, and then we can, all individually climb down.
Okay. I'm gonna try to take the 50 feet out of Loch's pack then. 50 feet of rope.
What order are we standing? Are we floating in?
I am drawing it right now.
Dope.
Roots, do you have dark vision?
I do. 120 feet.
Oh shit.
But for right now, let's avoid using light just so they don't know what we're doing.
Well, here's the thing. There is, you remember when I kissed the cowboy? Right, so she gave me something, right before they tied us up, and I don't know what it is, and since I can't see, one of you might have to, figure out what it is, if it's not immediately evident once I'm untied. Just as a heads up.
Okay.
If it's a saucy note, please do not read it and give it back.
So,
But how would we know that it's a pornographic letter if we don't read it?
I said saucy notes, that's different. Please do not continue to read it, and please do return it to me.
okay.
Okay.
So, you guys are all hanging over the open abyss. So what are you all doing?
Because if Roots
Oh, wait.
can fly, he
This
can
is...
either has a dagger or can get something sharp off of Moonshine's person.
Moonshine.
What?
Moonshadow.
Mhm.
And like I said, tie tie that together to make one, a rope that's long enough to reach the bottom,
Mhm.
and then kind of basically cut each of us free as we go, and help us climb down. And then once someone's down there, they can be holding on to the rope to make and helping.
Loch, either one of us should be the first one to get down there so that we can see.
Thank you for volunteering, Moonshadow.
And I do the thing, I tie it up above his head so the rope's longer. But then I'm gonna try to gnaw through his rope. It looks pretty tasty.
Okay. You start nomming through it as you're just kind of holding on to it, nibbling away. And after a couple minutes, you manage to Loch, as you're kind of trying, you kind of help with this plan, but you kind of go okay, Loch, it's fine. You're trying to calm yourself down. All of a sudden, you hear, oops, and you go, oh, and it's like the release, the delayed release of a bungee cord, and you just go, boom. But you're gonna drop a little bit,
Okay, yeah.
and you can climb down now.
Okay. Do I need to make a check?
Yeah, make an athletics check.
Oh boy.
You just make it.
Okay. That was a natural 12.
So it takes a couple minutes as you're kind of shakily moving and shifting down. And after a couple minutes, you manage to feel around for and you find the ground.
Okay.
Because you guys were all over an open abyss.
Yeah. Looking around, do I see any living creatures?
Not at the moment.
Okay. So I would kind of be actively keeping lookout, perceiving.
So you are closer to the two offshoots that go to the southwest. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can see
And I
those
can see
two.
60 feet into either of those. I look down one, look down another, and can I do a perception check to make sure that nothing's rustling around just out of sight?
Yeah.
Yeah, 26.
You don't seem to hear anything or see anything.
Okay, so I do a quick whistle up to Roots to let, to start sending more people down.
I guess I'll start gnawing on Moonshadow's ropes next.
Great.
And I bring the long rope over there as well.
So, I need everybody to make athletics checks.
I'm good at that.
Minus Roots, you're fine.
Can I make a case for acrobatics instead?
Yes.
22.
Fine.
15.
Nice. You're fine. Moonshadow.
6.
So, everybody manages to get to the edges of their thing. And since you weren't really paying attention, you're more kind of like, oh, this is dark, I can't see anything. You're like kind of trapped in your own thoughts for a moment. You're like, you're not scared, but you're like, this is a lot, kind of right now. And Roots numbs through your rope, and you're not paying attention to the extreme, and you start to fall.
Yay.
And now you're free falling. Is anybody going to try to help?
I can't see.
And Loch are the only two that can see me falling.
And Loch is kind of iffy on that.
I got a 19 dex save or a 17 strength.
Well, considering you're on the other side of the pit, and I don't know what you're trying to do,
Oh.
she's free falling, so really it needs to be Mothman here.
Yeah.
I'm flying. I'm trying to catch.
So make a strength check.
Yeah.
Moonshadow just keeps falling into pits.
It's not gonna outright kill you.
Yeah, I know. I just go unconscious. It's fine.
You take 12 points of bludgeoning damage as you
Nice.
come. Boom, and yeah, hit her. Quick drop, quick stop.
Yep.
And you fall into water, but you slam right. It's like hitting concrete, and then you hit the floor by underneath it. But now you are underwater.
Try and swim up.
And you do so, and you like, in like full cat in water, going like,
Get me the fuck out of here.
and you're all claws, and you manage to scramble find a rock, and just like, and your eyes are fully dilated, and you're just like,
Yeah.
you're down there. You are 40 feet below that initial drop.
Nice. Can I check to make sure that my patch is still there that I put on my boot?
Yes.
Is it there?
Yes, it's still there.
Yes.
Priorities, man.
Hey, I want that badge out there.
Okay, that's fine. I admire it. Moonshadow has fallen down. What do you guys do?
As soon as I got down, I would like to reach inside my shirt and see what was deposited in there before I was tied up.
You find a small bit of paper.
I can't see it, so...
Yeah. Once Moonshadow is like down, and because she can see me, I kind of like herd everyone, and I want to move like 25 feet into one of the tunnels, and I'll cast light on a copper piece that I have.
Okay.
So that way the rest of the party can like see and come to the light.
Okay.
Go towards the light. TPK.
So I would assume everybody would go that way.
Can I read my scrap of paper?
Yeah, you can.
What does it say?
Top of it says, the answers you seek are hidden in his chest. I'm gonna circle this, and you see...
Hey, Allison. Does this look familiar to me at all?
What languages do you speak?
Common, Elvish, and one other one that has yet to be determined because I never wrote it down. I don't even necessarily need to know what it means or stands for because we do have a set of notebooks that are written in some script that we don't recognize. So even if those matched,
You know it's an Elvish base.
so I know what it is.
You can safely jump to conclusions, yeah.
Nice. Okay.
You know it's based in Elvish.
This is the quell symbol, is it?
No.
Okay.
Is this just a letter?
Yeah, it is a letter. They think it. The E above it is what that is.
Right. But would I know that that's an E?
Yes, because it says it's an E. What are y'all gonna do now?
Right.
I have two things, Al. One, would I recognize Siphonus? Like, would I recognize that?
No.
And then, the rest of the group, like, farther down? Or are we on the same plane of...
Nope. You are 40 feet on a different level altogether. You're in a river.
Shit.
You're in a river right now.
Is there a current?
It's slight, yes. But you're on a rock right now.
I'm gonna chill out here for a bit. I'm gonna try and shake some water off.
Fair enough.
Focus on getting dry.
What are the rest of you doing now that you've read your boob note and...
Well, I didn't realize that Moonshadow was that far below us.
Yes. She
She
fell 40 feet.
40 feet further than
us.
where we are.
Okay.
Okay.
Can we call down Moonshadow? What do you see
wait.
down there?
Hold on. Thank you, Abby. I didn't realize to add the extra 20 feet. So you're going to take 2 more d6 of falling damage. Take...
Abby, did we have homework today too?
Take 7 more bludgeoning damage.
With that, I'm also gonna pop a snail.
I mean, I just went towards Loch's light, now I'm waiting. I can't see shit.
That was before I realized that Moonshadow wasn't with us at all.
Okay, I went towards your light. You're by the
Yeah.
edge, I assume.
Yeah, so I give Nazar the coin with the light, so you can see, and I Loch goes back to the edge of the pit. Or I give Loch the coin and say,
You're a Loch. You're a Loch.
I give Nazar the coin and ask, might I borrow another length of rope? I'll bring it back to you.
Do you want me to help you pull her up?
Yes, honestly, yes, that would be better, yes.
I think this is best. I give you back your coin, and I take my rope and walk blindly towards the edge. Tell me when to stop.
I follow you. I come with you with the coin.
Loch, make another wisdom saving throw.
Oh yeah, this is bad. This is not good. That's only a 13.
So you get closer to the edge, and then you immediately take it 3 steps back as the overwhelming sense of dread just overtakes you, and you will not be able to go any closer to this pit.
Okay.
You are essentially...
What is wrong with you? Come on.
You are frightened of the pit, but you don't move away further.
Okay. I just can't move closer.
Correct.
I don't do well in the dark places, deep
Well, you have your life coin. You're fine. Come on, let's go. We have to pull her up. I can't see.
I'm I just give it to you. I can't. He's barely there.
He's literally having Vietnam War flashbacks.
So I'm gonna look at you and I'm gonna be like, it's okay. Go sit down. Go back over there with Druzy. It's fine. It's fine. I take care of it. It's okay. And then I'm gonna go all the way to the ledge and I'm gonna hold the coin over and see if I can dimly see Moonshadow.
You can see a river below. You can hear the water, and you can see just kind of a little bit downstream that there is a cat, a soaking wet cat, just sitting on a rock going. And she immediately
Moonshadow!
Yes?
I'm going to throw you this rope.
Okay, before he throws me the rope, is there anything else that I can see down here?
Make a perception check.
That's a dirty 20.
From the occasional blind fish and nocturnal, deep cave animal bugs and stuff that you can see that the river kind of before it goes and fades out into the nothingness of the length of your dark vision, you can see a very, very faintly blue glowy light coming from that way.
There's something down here, Nazar.
When we are, I look back at Locker and I look back at Moonshadow. We are currently unable to explore down there. We need you to come up and then we will circle back. But right now, this is a no-go. You'll just have to trust me on it, okay?
Okay.
How far is she? Is she 50 feet away or
Yeah.
more?
She's like 40 feet down, so she could get to the rope, and you'd still have 10 feet.
Dope. I just wanted to make sure I didn't need to tie more rope together. I'm gonna lower the rope down.
There's no other openings down here, Al. It's just that, right? That light.
You can assume with the current of the river that there is probably another. You're in a cavern, but there might be there is probably a bend that goes one way upstream and another that goes downstream. But you look downstream.
Okay. Can I tie it to myself?
Yep.
Dope.
I'll go over and start climbing.
Okay. Make an athletics check.
Yeah, that's an natural 1.
You start climbing up, and you immediately fall back into the water.
Moonshadow, hold on. I will pull you up.
Okay. Don't throw me in the water again.
I'm not throwing you anywhere. You're throwing yourself. Can I try to pull her up?
Yep. Athletics check. Or a strength check.
That is a 22.
Easy enough. For you, it's just like, hoo, 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 hoo. And within a couple minutes, you've literally strongmanned this drenched cat out.
Can I do the, dog shake all the water off?
Yep.
When I get up there?
And it's like your tail goes off at the end.
I'm gonna wind my rope back up and put it back in my bag.
So you were all a happy little clan again.
Ashley, how beat up does Moonshadow look?
She's looking about half herself right now.
That's once we get her back up. Moonshadow, did you see? Was there anything worth of note below?
There's a river, which I'm very well acquainted with down there. It's very wet. Downstream I saw a very faint blue glowing light.
Never mind, I almost asked if Gil could pull out his stone, reminiscent of the light from the stone that Gilbert found in Tanview.
DM?
No.
That makes sense. I feel like they would have found it by now if it was just right there. So that's fair play.
I would like to go and see what this light was, though.
Before we go any further, there are spiders. Apparently there are spiders. But they are spiders that we should apparently be wary of. It might stand for something. It might be extra large spiders that like to eat human-sized people. I don't know. All I know is Liz told me to beware of spiders.
Who is Liz?
Liz is the cowboy lady. We're friends. It's fine.
Okay.
It's kind of probably
Can I do? I might be investigation, to look for any signs of people down here, like foot traffic, any markings on the walls. Are the does it look like people are mining down here, or are they just throwing people to die down here?
You can make an investigation check.
27.
You were kind of gathering from looking around, and what kind of sparked more of your anxiety attack was the multiple ends of ropes that were hanging around you. Now that you have a better vantage point, that there are several ropes that, aside from the ones that you guys were on, that were dangling over the edge. And there are people, there are skeletons, or not full skeletons, but decaying bodies tied to chairs, hanging. There are different body parts hanging from these ropes, and that it is kind of carnage and viscera laying around the edge of this hole. So you can kind of gather that this was a makeshift feeding pit, perhaps.
Well, that makes sense. The spiders would be able to get up there. And do the tunnels that were around, do they look worked or do they look natural?
The one that you guys started down to kind of take cover for a moment, there seems to be this half, the southern half of the place, seems to be more put together, and it actual carved out stone tile floors and made into actually walled places. But the other offshoots to the north and the northwestern side, they're more natural or have been chipped away in various stages, be that from time or hammer. You notice that there is a plethora of webs towards the northern. I mean, there's lots of cobwebs and stuff, but more thicker looking webs towards the north.
Well, we'll either need to find Siphonis or get out of or escape from this underground execution pit.
I want to go check out that light at some point too.
Yes.
Ruth, can't you see further than Moonshadow can in the dark?
That is correct.
Perhaps we should have Root sort of pop his head down there and see what he can see.
Yeah, can Root see anything
further
down there?
than maybe he could tell what it is, or if there's anything else.
You can also fly.
Right. I just mean, we're doing this whole let's look before we jump in and fight thing right now. Aren't we, Nazar?
I can't see anything. I am not looking anywhere.
Can Root see anything down that tunnel?
So you fly on down and flitter off, and you kind of land at first on the rock that Moonshadow was on, and then you kind of hop through a couple more rocks, and you notice very clearly the glowing around, that of a river that turns into rushing rivers as it goes down further. And you can see that this glowing light gets a little bit bigger as you hear a low grumbling noise. And as you kind of come out, you kind of hop a couple more further, you see this hairy beast hanging on the top of the wall with glowing blue teal nails and glowing blue teal teeth as it's crawling across the ceiling.
Oh, is that the source of the glowiness?
You can assume so, yes.
Do I know what it is?
Make a nature check.
Ooh, that's a 3.
You have no idea what that is.
Oh boy.
Why is there an Arby's down here?
Why is it blue? I thought Arby's were brownish red.
Those are weird Arby's. I don't like this Arby's.
I'm not hungry anymore.
Ooh, well, I'm gonna make my way back to everybody and tell them there's a big, glowy, blue, scary monster down there.
Okay.
Well, it's a good thing that we didn't alert it to our presence. Thank you, Root.
It appears that the only way out is through, so I would suggest place it to the group that we do not go to the underwater river, where there is going deeper does not seem wise at this moment. I think that the spiders are that way. So we should go this way. At this point, every direction, other possible directions seem to have some sort of danger in it, and we may be choosing the greatest danger after all, but at this point, I have no idea what is going on, and to be quite honest, I'm freaking the fuck out. And, like, with that, Loch kind of just, like, sits down and is just kind of like 1,000-yard stare, just kind of shuts down for a minute.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go over and curl up by him and start purring.
As the rest of you kind of stand in a semicircle, having the news of what Roots has just discovered, and see Lochran shut down and Moonshadow curl up next to him in some attempt of comfort, that is where we'll end the session for tonight.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to check us out on all your favorite social media platforms at Ghostlight Dice. Special thanks to John Claudy for our theme, Wide Open Chaparral.